Look who's getting another change machine. We're going to be putting it right up there next to the soap machine. So when we go 24 hours, if one of them gets jammed or goes out or runs out of money, there'll be another one, you know, here in the laundromat. Okay, so what we're going to do first is they're going to get it up to the height that we want, which is 41 inches. Okay, okay. I know you got it up there. It has to come this, it has to come. Okay.
So either we do that now, or you give me a good 6 inches to be able to get a screwdriver there and work.
No, I would like to get these as close together as possible.
Well, we gotta,
okay, let's just leave it right there. Mark the holes.
I gotta be able to put my hand in there to work.
Can you? Can you put? Is he gonna be able to get his hand in there? Okay, come back this way then. I guess.
Alright, there.
Okay, so he is going to.
Got it?
Before we take that off, after you do that, let me get the level. And let's just even see if this is level.
Wait, now, does this thing come off? I don't see how the hell I'm going to get a ratchet over that. You see what I'm saying?
It just moved.
I know.
What are you trying to look at?
That hole is
Okay.
in a very
Well,
high.
I asked you if you had a ratchet extension long enough. Okay. Well, the holes are all moved now, so are you going to redo them?
I marked it before we moved it.
Okay.
Good. Good to you?
It's actually almost level. I think you're gonna have to, when we take the, here, I'll take the level. Why don't you push it this way and I'll see if I can actually get in there and do the wire well in there. So what we're having to do is we have to go a ½ inch. Are we doing a ½ inch?
Yeah.
Above the dots because we are ending up on a seam and we don't want to do that. And I'm wondering if this, Steve, do you think this is going to be too close to this one? This.
Well, you're right. It's only a ½ inch hole.
Okay. So. So the other thing is I want you to line these up and make sure they're level. These top, because I can actually see right now that it's not. No, that is not level. Now it is.
Well, I mean, you want some
So
glasses?
Steve, what kind of thing are you using? What kind of, what is it? What is this thing? An impact drill?
Yeah, impact drill.
How long is this?
Milwaukee's
I bought an 18-inch because we have about 10 to 12 inches of wall to get through.
Okay.
And I bought a 12-inch, and then I realized, as Steve pointed out last week when I had the wrong bit, that part of the bit gets sunken into the drill. So I really only had 9 to 10 inches to get through the wall, which I didn't think would be enough. So I have an 18-inch just to make sure we are going to punch through that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Steve's had more experience, I'm going to let him handle this.
Let me see. I can actually see out the hole. I know this is silly, but so, boy, that looks good. It's nice and clean. And then these are the are they carriage bolts? Can't remember. You want a hammer? Nope, got it? Okay. So they go in. So these carriage bolts are, so these carriage bolts are what, 12 inches?
Yes.
And then we also got, Steve, what are these called?
Fender washers.
These are, we
Fender
need
washers.
some fender washers.
And on the outside, I got these,
And then for the outside,
so they bite into the wall once we start snugging them down.
okay. So that's what you're gonna need. What's all that pink stuff on it?
Oh, Mason, it's a brick. The color of the brick.
Oh, that's right, there's brick in there.
There's brick as well as cinder block for this wall.
It's what?
Cinder block, and then behind
That's
is
right, the
brick.
brick's on the other side, that's right, because you painted it.
Good.
So this is, Greg just put one of those through. Let me see, let me focus. Jeez, okay. Yeah, I need to. So one of the carriage bolts coming, then we're gonna, once we get all four of them done, then they'll lift it up and put it right on. Is that gonna get caught? I'm gonna, before you start that.
This one has to be punched back out. It didn't go in and we need to definitely.
Uh-oh.
I knew we were going to have to repaint.
Okay. So we're gonna see, as you can see what's going on here. Give him a tap.
I can finish up these holes.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. So these are gonna, what do you want me to tell him about this one? Tap it back out?
Yeah, tap it back out real quick. I need to reseat the.
Okay. Okay, so now, are we putting on any of the fender things or washers or anything
After
first?
no.
Get it up there.
Once we get it
Put it
up?
up, then we put that stuff on.
Okay.
Get all the tools we need.
Let's see, if the girls get raised this way, hurry past, on the second, move after making his 2,560 first for weird trees on the road and a half rate of a 127 acres long to the Utah gas. So he made 2,561 trees.
You want me to hold this and or if you hold this, I'll hammer from outside? Or you want to go do that?
He found
So we finally got it in, and as you can see, it's all secure, all 4 bolts, and now I just got to give it a little cleaning, and there we go. And I got to fix the power cord. So, and that's how we installed this second change machine. So before I go into this change machine, Patrick, I really don't want to hear about us putting in a used change machine. And here's why we put in a used change machine. One, we needed it for when we go 24 hours. 2, our customers know how to use the other change machine. They're familiar with it, they like it, it works. So when they see this, they're not going to be leery of putting their money in it. Yes, I did buy used, and I bought it from another laundromat owner. And when you buy used equipment, you have to know what it is you're buying. You just can't go and be like, oh, I need a change machine. I was not about to buy a standard or any of the other ones because I don't know how to work on them. These I do, and it's a good thing I know how these do, because when we bought this, it worked when we bought it, we tested it, it worked fine. It sat in the back room for a little bit until we could get it installed. But what happened was, probably about a day and a half into it, the motor on the hopper went. Not a big deal. I bought a new motor, put it on the hopper. It works fine now. So you do have to know what it is that you're looking at, what you're working on. So when you buy used equipment, buy things that you know. If you have Maytags in your laundromat, try to buy the same stuff. If it works for you, or if you're looking to switch to another brand, learn about it first. See if it's something, when this stuff breaks, is it going to break off? And there's all these debates about who has the best washers and dryers. Wascomat, Hips, Alliance, Speed Queen, Dexter, Maytag. Everybody has an opinion. But the only opinion that really matters is yours when you're having to work on it. And if you're working on it and cussing up a storm because you can't figure it out, you don't know how to figure it out, and you don't know where to go for help, then maybe it's time to switch. So I get a lot of flack from one person because they believe that a laundromat should always buy new. And I think maybe he's never had a laundromat with older equipment. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even have a laundromat. But buying new is sometimes it's not an option for people. And, it's hard sometimes when you're struggling, when you struggle to maintain your laundromat and build your business, and it's a constant daily event that you're having to do to have a good laundromat. And sometimes you feel cruddy about yourself because you can't have new equipment. I mean, it took Greg and I 12 years before we could get new equipment. It's a long time. It was a long struggle, but we got here. And I think sometimes people forget really what the struggle is about. And this is why we have the channel, is for the people who don't have the laundromats. You're going to have these struggles, even with new equipment. So, second weekend, we have a problem. Not a big problem, but a little problem. But we still have a problem with brand new equipment. So don't think when you get brand new equipment, it's going to be, roses all the time, because that's not what happens. So we have a second change machine for our customers. It's working well. I did have to do some cleaning in it. I did have to clean out the bill acceptor. It needed a good cleaning because it had been sitting for a while. But it works, and it works fine. And if it doesn't work, if it needs another cleaning, or if I have to send it off to be serviced, not a big deal, because we got a good deal on this, and it works, and the customers are using it. So sometimes used equipment it's not. Don't be ashamed if you have to buy used equipment. Just make sure you know what you're buying and you know how to work on it. Bye.